Let's take a look at how to do the Unit 1 review. First thing, factor rainbows. We've got SpongeBob here. You are going to have to know how to use a factor rainbow and a factor tree, which is prime factorization, when taking this Unit 1 test. Let's take a look at these problems here. First part, Mr. McDaniel has 36 tomato plants. He wants to plant them in a rectangular array consisting of at least 2 rows with at least 2 tomatoes in each row. On the grid at the right, draw 3 possible arrays. Well, I'm going to take the number 36 and make a factor tree, first of all, with 36. I have the number 1 and I have the number 36. Here's my rainbow. The number 2, can 2 go into 36? 2 times 18 equals 36. Can 3 go into 36? 3 times 12 can go into 36. Can 4 go into 36? 4 times 9. And we know 6 times 6 goes into 36. All they want me to do here is show 3 of these. So I'm going to pick this one right here. So I'm going to pick 2 times 18. I don't even know if I have enough room. So I have 2 here. Let's say I have 18 all the way across. I know that's not right, but 2 and 18. 2 times 18 will be 1 array. Let's pretend that is 18 across. Another one would be, let's do 6 times 6. I can show this one correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go up. 6 times 6. Let's take a look back at my rainbow. Let's show 4 times 9. So I got 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 4. So 4 and a 9. 4 times 9. That will show my different arrays. List all the factors for 36. Then circle the factors that are prime. Let's take a look back here. Oops. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had a 6. We had a 9. Better take a look at my work. 12, 18, and 36. 12, 18, and a 36. They want us to circle the numbers that are prime. Well, 1 is not a prime number. It's undefined. We've gone over that multiple times. Is 2 a prime number? 1 times 2 equals 2. Does anything else equal 2? Nope. So 2 is prime. 3, we have 1 times 3 equals 3. Does anything else equal 3? Nope, when they multiply. 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. So that makes 4 a composite number. 6, we have 1 times 6 and we have 2 times 3. So that makes 6 a composite number. 9, we have 1 times 9 and 3 times 3. So that makes 9 a composite number. 12, we have 2 times 6. 18, we have 3 times 6. 36, we know that's not a prime number because of all those factors we just listed. Those are all our prime numbers. Next problem. Is 36 a prime or composite number? It is composite. Why is it composite? Because it has more factors than just 1 and 36. Let's get into this other problem here. Is 19 a prime or composite number? 19 is prime. Why is 19 a prime number? Well, if I take 19 and I'm making a factor rainbow, I got 1 and 19. Can any other numbers go multiply against each other to get 19? The answer is no. So that makes 19 a prime number. Only 1 and 19 can go into. That's why it's prime. Next problem. I like this one. The date is not an odd number. So if it's not an odd number, it must be even. So let's cross out all the odd numbers. Next one. The date is not a square number. So let's cross out all the square numbers. Well, we know 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36. The date is not a prime number. So let's cross out all the prime numbers. We know 2 is a prime number. 6 isn't prime, 8's not prime, 10's not prime, 12's not prime. 14, is 14 prime? Well, I know 2 times 7 goes into it, so I know 14's not prime. 18's not prime, 20's not prime, 22's not prime, 24's not prime, 26 is not prime, 28, nope. So all those even numbers can't be prime numbers. Done. The date is not a multiple of 3. Well, 6 is a multiple of 3 because 2 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 3 is 18. 7 times 3 is 21. 8 times 3 is 24. 9 times 3 is 27. 3 times 10 is 30. The date is not a multiple of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The date is a multiple of 11. Well, 8 can't go into 11. 14 can't go into 11. 22 can go into 11. 26, or 11 can't go, 11 can go into 22, I apologize. 11 can't go into 26. 11 can't go into 28. Looks like we're left with 22. Let's go back over these answers. The date is not an odd number, so it has to be even. 22 is even. The date is not a square number. That's not a square number. The date is not a prime number. That's not a prime number. The date is not a multiple of 3. That's not a multiple of 3. The date is not a multiple of 5. Doesn't end with a 0 or 5. And the date is a multiple of 11. That is correct. On what date is Molly having the recital? On the 22nd. Perfect. Next. Write an 8-digit number that has 3 in the 10,000s place. Right there. 5 in the hundreds place. Right there. 9 in the 100,000s place. 2 in the hundredths place. This is my tenths. This is my tenths place right here. This is my hundredths place. So a 2 in the hundredths place. A 6 in the ones. Ones is right here, and a 0 in all the other places. I'm just going to read this one off. It is 930,506 and 2 hundredths. Let's move back over here. 2 in the thousands place. 8 in the tens place. 1 in the millions place. 2 in the tenths place. 4 in the 10,000s place. 0 in all the other places. If there's a 0 here at the end, you don't have to even read off that 0. The number is 1,042,080 and 2 tenths. Next number. What is the prime factorization of 18? Remember I said we're going to be doing some factor trees of 18. Change colors here. I have an 18 here. Got to break it apart. What 2 numbers times each other equal 18? Let's go 9 and 2. Once we have a prime number, let's circle it. We know 2 is prime. 9's not a prime number. We can make it smaller. What 2 numbers go into 9? We have 3 and 3. They're both prime. So my answer is 2 times 3 times 3. Let's go back. What is prime factorization? 2 times 3 times 3. Write the prime factorization of 18 using exponents. Well, I have 2 3's here. So I have 2 times 3 to the second power. What is the prime factorization of 36? Put a 36 here. Break it apart. Well, I know 6 times 6 equals 36. Neither of these are prime, so I have to break them apart again. 2 times 3, 2 times 3. These are prime numbers. Circle them up. So I'm going to go 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 is my prime factorization. Write these down. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Write the prime factorization of 36 using exponents. 2 to the second power times 3 to the second power. Fill in the missing numbers. 9 to the second power. A lot of kids are going to want to put 18. That is incorrect. Kids, remember, 9 to the second power means 9 times 9, which is 81. 4 to the second power is 4 times 4, which is 16. 8 to the second power is 8 times 8, which is 64. 3 times 3 is 9. 6 times 6 is 36. 49 equals 7 to the second power. Perfect. Name a number between 100 and 200 that is divisible by 2, but not by 3. So I need a number That's a 3-digit number. In between, so it starts with a 1. It's divisible by 2, so it has to be even, but not by 3. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 4 here. I'll pick an even number to end with, but it can't be divisible by 3. So if I were to put a 1 here, kids, that would be 1 plus 1 equals 4. 1 plus 1 plus 4 equals 6. Can 3 go into 6? 3 goes into 6 twice. So that means this number is divisible by 3. It can't be divisible by 3. So I'm going to put a 0 here. 1 plus 0 plus 4 equals 5, so 3 can't go into that number. 104 works there. Name a number between 100 and 200 that is divisible by 2, 3, and 5. We know it starts with a 1 because it's in between 100 and 200. It's divisible by 2, 3, and 5, so it has to end with a 0 or a 5. But since it's divisible by 2, it has to end with a 0. So it's an even number. So now I have to find a number. When I add up all 3 digits, 3 can go into it. I'm going to go ahead and put a 5 here for 150. 1, 2, 0 would also work. 1 plus 2 plus 0 equals 3. 3 can go into that. So that would also be an answer. 180 would also be an answer that would work for this because 1 plus 8 plus 0 equals 9. 3 can go into 9. Last problem. This will be on the test, something that looks almost identical to this. The Sandyville School 5th graders were doing a play. There was a big dance scene with dancers in rows. Use these hints to figure out how many dancers there were. There were 40 5th graders in the school, but they did not all dance. So 40 is a magic number. Better do that a little neater. 40 is a magic number. And they did not all dance. So I know 40 can't be my number. When the dancers rehearsed in rows of 2, so there's 2 in this row. Okay. I had 1 dancer left over. So I'm going to put a little dancer over here left over. When dancers rehearse in rows of 3, okay, 2 dancers were left over. When dancers rehearsed in rows of 4, okay, 3 dancers were left over. When dancers rehearsed in rows of 5, finally every dancer was in a row, so there wasn't any left over. How many dancers could have been in the dance scene? Well, this clue right here where it says when the dancers rehearsed in rows of 5, every dancer was in a row. That means that this number has to be a multiple of 5 because the same number will be in every single one of these rows down here. So the next biggest number that is a multiple of 5 is the number 35. So I'm going to see if that number works for all of these clues. I'm going to use a blue marker now to see if it works. Well, I know 35 works because I'll put 7 in each of these rows. Because 5 times 7 equals 35. Now, over here, the rows of 4. I'm going to take 35 and divide it by 4. If I take 35 and divide it by 4, I'll have 8 in each row, which equals 32. So then I would have 3 left over to get to 35. So technically, this one works as well. Let's move on over here. If I take the number 35 and divide it by 3, how many will be in each row? Well, 3 times 11 is 33. So I have 11 here, and 11 here. I have 33 dancers. That means I would need 2 more to get to 35. So I have 2 extra. Last one. I have 35 and I have to divide it by 2. So this one worked. If I divide it by 2, that means I would have 17 in each row. 17 times 2 is 34 with 1 extra. So 35 is your answer. You see how I was able to prove that? If you were to do the number 30, for example, let's take a look at what 30 would look like. Since I was lucky with the first number I picked. The number 30, we're going to use a different, I'll use green this time. So I have 30, and if they're in 5 rows, I have 6 in each row. This one works. Perfect. Over here, let's say I have 4 rows, 30, so I'd have 7 in each row, because 4 times 7 is 28, and I would have 2 left over. That's why 30 doesn't work, because this would equal 28 when I add them all up. They all have partners, and I'd have 2 left over to get to 30. So this one wouldn't work, so 30 does not work. I'll show you one more. Let's see if 25 would work. How many in each row? We have 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That one works. Divide 25 by 4. We have 6 in each row because 6 times 4. And we would have 1 left over. So this one wouldn't work. That's why 35 is your answer, kids. Hopefully this helped with your review, and you know whenever you come to class, you can ask as many questions as you'd like. Good luck on the Unit 1 test.